May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. We're looking at the US dollar by way of the US dollar index. All right, we're looking at the US dollar index. We're looking at the monthly chart right now. But heads up, heads up. This week, we're expecting the FOMC on Wednesday. FOMC, that is when the Fed establishes the interest rate, all right, and for the US. And because of the the spike in inflation that we got news of last week, PPI and CPI, uh, it there is talk and there are bets heading towards an interest rate increase as opposed to versus an interest rate cut. So that's going to make things real interesting. You understand? And this is directly due to the oil situation. Crude oil spiked in price, and yeah, that's finally having a, an effect on economies all connected to oil, right? We know that the war in Iran between U.S., Israel, and Iran is uh, causing all kind of economic mayhem. Hopefully, we can resolve it soon before things start to go crazy. I mean, the things go crazy. Things are starting to get there now. Anyway, I digress. We're looking at the U.S. dollar index, and you can see on the monthly chart we have an ascending triangle, an ascending channel, making higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. We're looking at this low that we've been in for about a year or so. We're looking at it to be the potential turning point for the next higher high, breaking this high. All right. We've been here for quite a bit. All right. For a year, over a year. Right. And what I'm going to say is don't get distracted. We're not going to see a whole lot of information on the monthly here because this looks like total consolidation, right? Well, it is total consolidation. It might be accumulation. We've already swept the sell side liquidity and then went directly to sweep the buy side liquidity of this consolidation, this movement sideways. All right, over the the last month, we can see for the month of April, it closed bearish. But what did it do? It swept the low, the previous low, but closed back within the range of this candle. That, my friends, is a uh, what is it called? A two candle. What is it called? That a candle two. Sorry, a candle two close, which hints, indicates, tilts its hand towards the next candle that forms being a bullish one. All right, and we can see that the next candle, which is the month that we're in right now for May, did not sweep that low, did not sweep the low of the previous month. We did not take sell side liquidity there. Came close, but did not. And you can see the the rally that is happening this month. Folks, I do believe we are going to head towards the high of last month. All right, this is a strong indication, and it happens to be happening at the support line of this channel. So we have some confluences of support here for higher prices heading up towards this unmitigated fair value gap here and one above that. So let's look at the weekly and what we can see. I want you to immediately lock eyes in on this. This is a breaker market structure. We closed above this high. All right. This is the high that is responsible for this low that swept and made the swing low of this consolidation. We from here, the market not only swept the high, but closed above it. And then we swept that high before pushing down. This then becomes a pullback, and that's what I've been looking at the whole time. All right. Last week, I was looking at this. You see the gap here. You see the volume gap there, and then the bullish fair value gap here. I have it as two blue lines. This is a weekly fair value gap. All right, a bullish weekly fair value gap, and I included the price gap or volume imbalance here as far as the fair value gap is concerned. I included it here, so we have this whole area. Price came back down into that. Never, never got below it. And last week we saw the rally. So the push down and then the rally. This is an order block here, and you see how price never got past that. No closes past that. Found support, and we pushed up higher. What did we push up higher into? A weekly bearish fair value gap here. All right. Do I believe that we're going to break that fair value gap? Yes, I do. I do. All right, but we're going to watch. This is the opening candle for the week ahead. I'm going to watch how the market opens here. I think that we're going to pull down, possibly test the high here, this high, uh, and this is the fair value gap here. I think that we're going to test that high and then wick back up. This is going to be a wick. I think we're going to have a low open, high close candle for the week ahead. You understand? I think we're going to be reaching up towards these highs because at the end of the day, folks, the last break of market structure was the bullish one. All right. This becomes a pullback, and we are coming from a place of discount. Look at this. I'm going to put I'm going to put my Fibonacci retracement tool here at the bottom and at the top. The midpoint is 50%. That's equilibrium. And once we are below equilibrium, we are in discount prices where you want to take longs. You want to take your shorts from premium prices. All right. The pullback came below that 50%, tapping near the 618 golden ratio right at this order block. All right. We came close to actually contacting the 618, and then you saw the rally and the close above the week prior to that, the week prior to that, the inside bar candle week prior to that, and the week prior to that. You understand what I'm trying to say? This was a very strong move. I look for price to pull back a little bit and then continue up higher. I do. I think we're going to react to that weekly fair value gap and then keep it pushing. Let's go to the daily, and I'll get rid of this Fibonacci retracement tool. Come on. Thank you. It's not like we're trying to get on with this. All right. So, again, there's the blue lines for the weekly fair value gap, and you can see no closes below. All right. And you see the rally up. I want you to pay attention to this fair value gap here. All right. Because it's unmitigated. And I do believe that we are going to have the reaction to the weekly fair value gap here. All right. You see how price pushed up into that Friday and didn't close above it. I think I can see a pullback and then a push up. This pullback and the push up, this is going to form the wick of the weekly candle, in my opinion. I think that's how it's going to play out. And we're going to go into this daily fair value gap here. All right. I have it half drawn here, but this is where we are right now. We are contacting that. I believe we're going to react to it and then push. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, if it doesn't happen, we'll see it. This fair value gap will fail. Price will push down. We'll get a close below it, and then we'll probably, because price has been all through this weekly fair value gap will probably head towards these relative equal lows right here. They're really equal lows, really. All right. Uh, but that's if this fair value gap fails. If we get below it, start saying, uh-oh. All right. Because that's what it'll be. Okay. I think we'll be heading towards the draw on liquidity here for the sell side liquidity draw here for these relative equal lows here. But barring that, I think we have a good shot, folks. I think we have a good shot of finding our support here and moving up into this fair value gap. Okay, which would mean come and I'm going to show you in the next video the Euro USD and the pound USD, Aussie dollar USD, New Zealand dollar USD. They're going to be pulled at by a strong US dollar. All right, and that's something you want to make note of. All right. Also, I want you to also note that if you look at 10-year, I believe this is 10-year, yeah, 10-year bonds, all right, and we're looking at yields. Yields are up. What does that mean? What does that mean? Yields are up. That's going to attract who? Foreign investors. All right, that's going to attract investors, which will strengthen the U.S. dollar, which will push it even further, which is a headwind for the metals, which is going to weigh down its the major currencies. You understand? It's going to weigh it down and push it down lower. Let's see. Let me show you something. We go to the weekly. All right, come on. I said weekly. All right, come on. I want you to see that there's a pattern that's forming. See, with the bonds, the yields now, 10-year yields, you can see that, oops, that, oh, I got it wrong. All right, you can see it's forming a pennant here. All right, and we may see a breakout to the upside here at this high and this high. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for that. And if you take a close look, what I want you to see is you see the movement down and then the stronger move up. This is forming a bullish fair value gap, a bullish order block. Okay, and you got your first sign here that there was going to be a change in the state of delivery. So what I would like to see, what I would like to see, uh, this is a weekly candle that closed last week, right? It broke the highs of this trend line. All right, it broke, it closed above. All right, if it continues up higher, it's gonna the U.S. dollar is gonna go up higher. All right, and if it pulls back, because Monday is a day that it could and should pull back. You might see some consolidation in the U.S. dollar, but right now, looking at the yields, you might see a pull down, but then a push above this this bullish pennant, okay, and uh, to these highs here. All right, let's go back to the U.S. dollar. So what does that mean? Just trying to tell you that there's a wind. There's a wind that's forming that's going to push the dollar, and the dollar is going to be heading up high. There is a bearish fair value gap that we got to get through, but I think we're going to see the reaction, and then we're going to push up. All right, look for that pullback, that reaction. Look for that reaction because I think that's going to be a great time to start to look for buys in the U.S. dollar pairs. Okay, and I want you to notice when you have a candle to close. All right, I want you to notice that because I'm going to be bringing it up a lot uh, this week for this week ahead. If I showed you, I think I already showed you that 1 hour. On the 1 hour, I want you to see something that we are here at the daily fair value gap that I just showed you on the daily time frame. I'm looking for that pullback into the this area here that is totally unbalanced. The market needs to rebalance this imbalance. All right, this is a fair value gap, folks, on the weekly time frame. And I believe the market will find its way down as a reaction to the fair value gap, and then we can continue up higher. But what I want you to see is that candle two closure, credit T trades for pointing that out to me. Uh, what you can see is 1 hour, 1 hour. This was Friday's last hour, last candles, and you can see that the market pushed higher here, but closed within the range of the previous candle. That would allow us to say, okay, I can anticipate the market is going to be bearish going into this fair value gap. But you discount these fair value gaps when it's in a consolidation. You gotta, you know, don't have big expectations for it. This is another candle two closure here. All right, the market pushed down lower than the previous candle, the previous candle's low, but then closed back within the range of that said candle. So you can anticipate bullish movement after that candle to close. I'm looking for bearishness here, and you can see the opening candle is wicking, giving us a push and pull here. And what we can say is this is likely to be a high open, low close. You understand? Just for this candle, just for this candle, and I think we should see the reaction start to form right here. We'll see. We'll see how it plans out, how it pans out. All right. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient with me, and I'll see you in the next video. You're